Hi, Julie. How's everything?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
Just great, thanks. Who's that?
That's Jean-Claude. He's my neighbor.
Where's he from?
He's from France. He's French.
Is he married?
Yes, his wife's name is Bridget.
Hi, Julie. How's everything?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
Just great, thanks. Who's that?
That's Jean-Claude. He's my neighbor.
Where's he from?
He's from France. He's French.
Is he married?
Yes, his wife's name is Bridget.
Hi, Julie. How's everything?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
Just great, thanks. Who's that?
That's Jean-Claude. He's my neighbor.
Where's he from?
He's from France. He's French.
Is he married?
Yes, his wife's name is Bridget.
How's everything? Fine, thanks. Who's that? That's Jean-Claude. Where's he from? He's from France. He's French.
Is that your photo album?
Yes, it is. Look. That's my son, Clayton.
Who are they?
That's John and his brother, Scott. He's my brother-in-law.
Who are they?
That's my mother and my father.
Who are they?
That's John's mother and father. They're his parents.
Who's that?
That's David. He's my brother.
Is that your photo album?
Yes, it is. Look. That's my son, Clayton.
Who are they?
That's John and his brother, Scott. He's my brother-in-law.
Who are they?
That's my mother and my father.
Who are they?
That's John's mother and father. They're his parents.
Who's that?
That's David. He's my brother.
Is that your photo album?
Yes, it is. Look. That's my son, Clayton.
Who are they?
That's John and his brother, Scott. He's my brother-in-law.
Who are they?
That's my mother and my father.
Who are they?
That's John's mother and father. They're his parents.
Who's that?
That's David. He's my brother.
Who are they? That's John and his brother Scott. Who are they? They're his parents.
Who is that?
That's my daughter Kelsey.
Who's that?
That's her friend Michelle.
Who are they?
They are Michelle's parents, and that is their house in Albuquerque.
Who's that?
Oh, that's our dog, Mr. Kingsley.
What's that?
That's John's shoe.
Oh, I see. Who is that?
That's my daughter Kelsey.
Who's that?
That's her friend Michelle.
Who are they?
They are Michelle's parents, and that is their house in Albuquerque.
Who's that?
Oh, that's our dog, Mr. Kingsley.
What's that?
That's John's shoe.
Oh, I see. Who is that?
That's my daughter Kelsey.
Who's that?
That's her friend Michelle.
Who are they?
They are Michelle's parents, and that is their house in Albuquerque.
Who's that?
Oh, that's our dog, Mr. Kingsley.
What's that?
That's John's shoe.
Oh, I see.
Who is that? That's my daughter, Kelsey. Who is that? That's her friend, Michelle. Who is that? That's our dog, Mr. Kingsley.
Oh, hi. Welcome back to the classroom. I am here with my students Evelyn and Vahan. And today, Book 1, Unit 4. Our lesson is about possessive adjectives, apostrophe S after names and nouns, words about family, questions using who and how, and the numbers 20 to 100. Possessive adjectives are about belonging. Now, wait a minute. Who does that candy bar belong to?
Me?
Me.
Vahan, does that belong to you?
Yes, it does.
Evelyn, does that candy bar belong to you?
Yes, teacher.
Wait a minute. First, let's learn about possessive adjectives. Possessive adjectives show belonging. This is a book. The book belongs to me. This is my book. That is a pen. Does it belong to you?
Yes, it does.
The pen belongs to you. That is your pen. It is a pen. The pen belongs to him. It is his pen. Is that your notebook?
Yes, teacher.
It is a notebook. The notebook belongs to her. It is her notebook. The cover of the book is red. It has a red cover. Its cover is red. This is a classroom. The classroom belongs to us. It is our classroom. What are you two sitting on?
These are chairs, teacher.
Those are chairs. They are your chairs. Those are their chairs. Now, Vahan, what are the possessive adjectives?
My, your, his, her, its.
Very good. But let me ask you a question about its. How do you spell its?
I-T-S.
Right. If I were to write I-T apostrophe S, I-T apostrophe S, what is the difference, Evelyn?
IT apostrophe S means it is.
Right. It is. IT apostrophe S is the contraction of it is. So IT apostrophe S always means it is. ITS is the possessive adjective. Its cover is red. Now, Vahan. My, your, his, her, its. Go on.
Our,
Mm-hmm.
your, their.
Very good. Evelyn, now you try. You try too. The possessive adjective for I is
My.
the possessive adjective for you is
Your.
the possessive adjective for he is
His.
the possessive adjective for she is
Her.
the possessive adjective for it is
Its.
and spell the possessive adjective its.
I-T-S.
That's right. Good, you remembered. What is the possessive adjective for we?
Our.
What is the possessive adjective for you?
Your.
And the possessive adjective for they is
Their.
now. This is my chocolate bar.
No, it's my chocolate bar.
What? Is it your chocolate bar?
Yes, it is. It is my chocolate bar.
No, it isn't. It's my chocolate bar.
Is it her chocolate bar?
No, it's not her chocolate bar. It's my chocolate bar.
It is not his chocolate bar. It's my chocolate bar.
Stop. This is not your chocolate bar. This is not their chocolate bar. I have an idea. It is not my chocolate bar. It is not your chocolate bar. It is not his chocolate bar. It is not her chocolate bar. It is our chocolate bar.
It is their chocolate bar.
Now, one other thing. Possessive adjectives stay the same for both singular and plural nouns. This is my pen. These are my pens. This is my pen. These are my pens. It stays exactly the same. That is your book. Those are your books. Do you understand?
Yes, teacher. This is my pencil. These are my pencils.
Perfect. Is that your teddy bear? Does the teddy bear belong to you?
No, teacher, it belongs to my son. It is the teddy bear of my son. How do you say it is the teddy bear of my son?
You say, it is my son's teddy bear. Try that.
It is my son's teddy bear.
Right. It is my son's teddy bear.
It is my son's teddy bear.
That's right. To make a noun into a possessive, we add apostrophe S. My son's teddy bear. So, how do you think we make a name into a possessive?
Do you add apostrophe S?
Right. So, your things are Vahan's things. And Evelyn?
My things are Evelyn's things.
Right. Evelyn, apostrophe S. Evelyn's things.
Teacher, I have to go soon. I have to pick up my son from daycare.
I need to go soon too. My mother needs a ride to her doctor's.
Did you hear that? He just said, my mother needs a ride to her doctor's. There are 3 possessives in that sentence. Can you find them? Can you find them? My, right, exactly. Let's get some better chalk here. My mother needs a ride to her
doctors.
doctor's, right. Doctor, the noun with apostrophe S. So my, her, and doctors are all possessives. Both Vahan and Evelyn have to go soon to help members of their families. Her son and his mother. Before you go, let's learn some of the words for family members. Okay. Now, here is a young couple. She is a woman, and he is a man. This couple is having a wedding. She is a bride. He is a groom. This couple is getting married. After people get married, they become a wife and a husband. And then a wife and a husband have a baby. The baby is the child of this husband and wife. Now here we have a Guatemalan mother and her baby girl. The girl is her daughter. Here is a mother with her baby boy. He is her son. Like your son, Evelyn, right? Oh, and here is a father with his baby girl, his daughter. This father is an African American man with his son. Now, these 2 baby girls have the same mother and father. They are called sisters. 2 boys with the same mother and father are called brothers. Here are 2 African children, a brother and his sister. And here we also have a picture of a sister and a brother. This family has a father and a mother and a son and a daughter. The man and the woman are the parents of the 2 children. Now, the parents of parents are called grandparents. Here we see a grandmother. And here we see a grandfather. This is a big family. We call it an extended family. Here are the aunts, the uncles, the cousins, and the in-laws. all the relatives. There are many words that describe the members of our families, our many relatives. Do you want to learn some of the names of our relatives?
Yes.
The sisters of my mother or my father are my aunts.
The sisters of my mother or my father are aunts.
Are your aunts?
Are my aunts.
Right.
The sisters of my mother or my father are my aunts.
Good. The brothers of my mother or my father are my uncles.
The brothers of my mother or my father are my uncles.
Good.
The brothers of my mother or my father are my uncles.
Exactly right. Good. Now, Evelyn, you are the niece of your uncles and your aunts.
I am the niece of my uncles and my aunts.
Right. Vahan, you are the nephew of your uncles and your aunts.
I am the nephew of my uncles and my aunts.
Right. Now, the family members of your husband or your wife are your in-laws.
The family members of my husband are my in-laws.
The family members of my wife are my in-laws.
Right. Evelyn, who is your husband's mother?
My husband's mother is my mother-in-law.
Good. Vahan, who is your wife's mother?
I'm not married, teacher.
Yes, but if you get married, what will we call your wife's mother?
My wife's mother is my mother-in-law.
Right. How about the word for your wife's father?
My wife's father is my father-in-law.
Good.
My husband's father is my father-in-law.
Right. Your husband's
My husband's
father
father is my
your
father-in-law.
father-in-law. Good. Very good. Okay, Evelyn. Who is your husband's sister?
My husband's sister is my sister-in-law.
Good. Vahan, do you have a brother?
Yes, I do, teacher.
Is your brother married?
Yes, he is. My brother is married.
And who is your brother's wife?
My brother's wife is my sister-in-law.
Right. You become the in-laws of the people your brothers and sisters marry.
Is my sister's husband my brother-in-law?
Right. Do your sister and brother-in-law have any children?
Yes, they do. They have a son named George.
And who is George to you?
He's my nephew.
Right. The sons of your brothers and your sisters are your nephews. And who are the daughters of your brothers and your sisters?
The daughters of our brothers and our sisters are our nieces, right?
Right, Vahan.
Teacher,
Yes, Evelyn.
my father's brother and his wife.
Yeah, your uncle and your aunt.
Yes, my uncle and my aunt have a son and a daughter.
They are your cousins. The children of your uncles and your aunts are your cousins.
The children of my uncles and my aunts are my cousins.
Right.
The children of my uncles and my aunts are my cousins.
Right. Evelyn, what is your son's name?
Roberto.
And who is Roberto to George?
George. You mean her nephew, teacher?
Right. Her sister's son, George, is her nephew.
Are Roberto and George cousins, teacher?
Right. Your children and the children of your brothers and your sisters are cousins.
Speaking of my son and his cousin, I need to pick them up from daycare.
And my mother's doctor's appointment.
Oh, that's right. You go. And thank you for stopping by.
Thanks for the help, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
In this video series, you will get to know the family of the accountant at LEI, David Campbell. This is David Campbell, and this is his sister, Donna. David is Donna's brother. Donna is married to John McManus. John is her husband. Her name is now Donna McManus. David is Donna's brother, and Donna is the wife of John. So John is David's brother-in-law. John and Donna have 2 children, a son named Clayton and a daughter named Kelsey. Clayton is Kelsey's brother, and Kelsey is Clayton's sister. David is Donna's brother, so he is the uncle of her children, Kelsey and Clayton. Kelsey is David's niece, and Clayton is his nephew. David and Donna's mother and father are Mrs. Campbell and Mr. Campbell. David is Mr. and Mrs. Campbell's son. Donna is their daughter. Mr. Campbell is Donna's father, and John is her husband. So Mr. Campbell is John's father-in-law. Mrs. Campbell is his mother-in-law. Mr. and Mrs. Campbell are Donna's parents, so they are the grandparents of Kelsey and Clayton. Mr. Campbell is their grandfather, and Mrs. Campbell is their grandmother. David is not married. David wants to get married someday. When he and his wife have children, Donna will be their aunt. Clayton and Kelsey will be their cousins. Are you from a big family? In your family, are there many brothers and sisters, many uncles, many aunts, many cousins, and many in-laws? Who is this? This is Donna McManus, David Campbell's sister. Who is this? This is Clayton McManus, Donna's son. Who is Clayton's uncle? Who is Clayton's father? To ask questions about people, we usually use who. Who is Clayton's uncle? Clayton's uncle is David Campbell. Who is Clayton's father? Clayton's father is John McManus.
Subject pronouns. I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. Possessive adjectives. My, your, his, her, its, our, your, their. The possessive form. The shoe of John. John's shoe. His shoe. The car of David. David's car. His car. Who are they? They are John's parents. They are his parents.
To ask questions about people's health or happiness, we usually use the word how. How are you? How is your mother? How is your son? How is everything? There are many ways we can answer these questions. From Unit 1, you already know, I'm fine. But what if you are not fine? You might say, I'm not so good. Or, if you are wonderful, you might say, I'm great. If someone asks, how is your mother? You might say, my mother is well. If someone asks, how is everything? You might say, everything is terrible. Or maybe, everything is terrific. When you are happy, you can say, fine, well, great, or terrific. When you are unhappy, you can say, not so good, or terrible. These are all ways to answer questions that use how. In Unit 3, we learned the numbers from 11 to 19. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now, let's learn to count higher, all the way from 20 to 100. I say the number, you say the number, then I say the number again. Okay? Here we go. 20. 20. 21. 21. 22. 22. 23. 23. 24. 24. 25. 25. 26. 26. 27. 27. 28. 28. 29. 29. Now, the next number is 30. 30. The next 9 numbers, we do what we did in the 20s, but using 30. For the 20s, remember, we said 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. For the 30s, we say 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, in exactly the same way. After 39 comes the number 40. 40. 41, 42, 43, and so on up to 49. After 49 comes 50. 50. After 59 comes 60. 60. After 69 comes 70. 70. After 79 comes 80. 80. After 89 comes 90. 90. Sometimes you hear people say 90. 90. And after 99 comes the number 100. 100. So now you know the way to count all the way from 20 to 100. We've learned a lot today. Thanks for joining me here in my classroom at Language Exchange International.